It was a quiet Tuesday morning when Nancy, a 73-year-old retired dental hygienist from Georgia, found herself standing in the cereal aisle of her neighborhood grocery store, completely bewildered. She had her shopping list in hand, the same list she had been using for years, but for the life of her she could not remember what brand of oatmeal her late husband Robert had always preferred. "I stood there for nearly 10 minutes," Nancy shared with me recently, her voice trembling slightly. "I could see his face so clearly, could hear him talking about his breakfast routine every morning for 43 years of marriage. But that one simple detail, something I had picked up hundreds of times, was just gone." Have you ever experienced a moment like Nancy's? That sudden heart-stopping realization that your memory is not quite what it used to be. You are not alone. According to Harvard Medical School, occasional forgetfulness is normal as we age, but there is a crucial difference between typical age-related memory changes and the early signs of Alzheimer's disease. Here is what might surprise you. While there is no guaranteed way to prevent Alzheimer's, cutting-edge research from institutions like the Mayo Clinic and National Institute on Aging reveals powerful connections between what we eat and how well our brains age. The foods on your plate today could be protecting your most precious memories tomorrow. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for science-backed health guidance that honors your wisdom and experience. I am here to share evidence-based insights that can help you feel confident about your choices as you age. If maintaining a sharp, vibrant mind for years to come matters to you, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Together, we will explore practical steps that fit seamlessly into your daily routine. Let me share something that might feel both sobering and hopeful. The Alzheimer's Association reports that nearly 6.7 million Americans aged 65 and older are currently living with Alzheimer's disease. By 2050, this number could rise to nearly 13 million, that is roughly 1 in every 9 seniors. But here is the crucial part that many people do not realize. Alzheimer's does not just appear overnight. Scientists now understand that changes in the brain begin happening 15 to 20 years before any symptoms become noticeable. This means that the lifestyle choices you make today, particularly what you choose to eat, are actively influencing your brain health decades into the future. Think of your brain like a well-tended garden. Just as plants need the right soil, water, and nutrients to thrive, your brain requires specific compounds to maintain its billions of neural connections. When we feed our brains properly, we are essentially fertilizing the soil where our memories, thoughts, and personalities flourish. Dr. Martha Claire Morris, a nutritional epidemiologist who developed the groundbreaking MIND diet at Rush University, explains it this way. The foods we eat directly affect inflammation levels in our brains, blood flow to critical thinking areas, and our brain's ability to clear away harmful proteins that contribute to Alzheimer's. Your brain uses about 20% of your body's total energy every single day. When blood sugar spikes from processed foods, when inflammation increases from poor dietary choices, or when essential nutrients are missing, your brain literally struggles to function at its best. According to research published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, people who follow brain-healthy eating patterns show significantly slower rates of cognitive decline. In some cases, their brains function as if they were 7.5 years younger than their actual age. The beautiful truth is this: every meal is an opportunity to nourish not just your body, but your mind, your memories, and your future independence. Before we dive into the foods that can help protect your brain, let us talk about some common dietary habits that research suggests we should minimize. I want to be clear, this is not about perfection or completely eliminating foods you enjoy. It is about making informed choices and gradual improvements. First, excessive processed sugar and refined carbohydrates. Nancy discovered she was consuming far more sugar than she realized. "I thought I was doing well because I did not add sugar to my coffee," she told me. "But I was eating sweetened yogurt, having a pastry with my afternoon tea, and drinking fruit juice, thinking it was healthy." Research from Columbia University shows that diets high in refined sugars can trigger chronic inflammation in the brain and may accelerate the formation of amyloid plaques. These are the sticky protein deposits associated with Alzheimer's. Foods like regular sodas, candy, white bread, and many commercial baked goods cause rapid spikes in blood sugar that stress your brain's delicate chemistry. Next are trans fats and excessive saturated fats. These are found in many fried foods, margarine-processed snacks, and fatty cuts of red meat. A study in Neurology Journal found that people who consumed the most trans fats had significantly smaller brain volumes and performed worse on memory tests. Think of these fats as creating traffic jams in the tiny blood vessels that feed your brain. Processed meats are another concern. Regular consumption of bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and deli meats has been linked to faster cognitive decline. These foods are often high in sodium preservatives and saturated fats, a combination that can contribute to high blood pressure and reduced blood flow to the brain. Excess alcohol is also worth discussing. While light to moderate alcohol consumption might have some benefits, excessive drinking clearly damages brain cells and interferes with sleep quality, both crucial for memory consolidation and brain health. Too much sodium is another hidden problem. High sodium diets can lead to high blood pressure, which reduces blood flow to the brain over time. Many seniors consume twice the recommended daily sodium limit without realizing it, primarily from processed foods, restaurant meals, and canned products. Finally, ultra-processed foods deserve special attention. These are foods that barely resemble their original ingredients. Think frozen dinners, packaged snack foods, and highly processed cereals. A recent study in the journal Neurology found that people who got more than 20% of their daily calories from ultra-processed foods experienced cognitive decline equivalent to 28 years of aging. Nancy made one simple change that had a profound impact. She started reading nutrition labels and was shocked to discover how much hidden sugar and sodium were in foods she considered healthy. Simply becoming more aware was her first step toward better brain health. Have you been surprised by hidden ingredients in foods you thought were healthy? Share your experience in the comments. Your insight might help someone else on their journey. Now for the exciting part, the foods that research suggests can actually help protect your brain and potentially lower your risk of cognitive decline. Remember, as Nancy learned, small, consistent changes often create the most lasting benefits. Wild-caught fatty fish is nature's brain food. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and anchovies are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA or docosahexaenoic acid, which makes up about 40% of the polyunsaturated fats in your brain. According to research from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, people who eat fish twice a week have a 60% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. How to add it? Start with canned salmon or sardines if fresh fish feels overwhelming. Mix canned salmon into salads or make simple salmon patties. If you are new to fish, begin with milder options like cod or tilapia, gradually working up to the more omega-3 rich varieties. Safety note: if you take blood-thinning medications, consult your doctor about omega-3 intake, as it may enhance these medications' effects. Leafy green vegetables deserve special mention. Spinach, kale, collard greens, and arugula are loaded with folate, vitamin K, and lutein nutrients that research shows can slow cognitive aging. The Rush Memory and Aging Project found that people who ate one serving of leafy greens daily had brains that functioned as if they were 11 years younger. How to add it? Nancy started by adding a handful of baby spinach to her morning scrambled eggs. I could not even taste it. She laughed, but I felt so accomplished knowing I was doing something good for my brain before 8 a.m. Try blending spinach into fruit smoothies, adding lettuce to sandwiches, or using larger lettuce leaves as wraps instead of tortillas. Colorful berries are powerful brain protectors. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries contain powerful compounds called anthocyanins that can cross the blood-brain barrier and accumulate in brain regions associated with learning and memory. A study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry showed that older adults who consumed blueberries daily for 12 weeks showed improved memory performance. How to add them? Frozen berries retain nearly all their nutrients and are available year-round. Add them to oatmeal yogurt or eat them as an afternoon snack. Nancy keeps a bag of frozen mixed berries and adds a handful to her morning cereal. Nuts and seeds provide excellent brain nutrition. Walnuts, almonds, pecans, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds provide vitamin E, healthy fats, and protein. Research from UCLA suggests that walnuts in particular may improve cognitive test scores. Just 1 ounce daily, about a small handful, provides significant benefits. How to add them? Keep portion-controlled bags in your car purse or kitchen counter. Sprinkle chopped nuts on salads, stir them into yogurt, or enjoy a small handful as an afternoon energy boost. Caution: if you have nut allergies, sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds can provide similar benefits. Extra virgin olive oil is a Mediterranean diet staple. This contains powerful antioxidants called polyphenols that fight inflammation and may help prevent the formation of amyloid plaques. Research published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease shows that people who use olive oil as their primary cooking fat have lower rates of cognitive decline. How to use it? Drizzle over salads, use for light sautéing, not high-heat frying, or dip whole grain bread in a mixture of olive oil and herbs. Store in a cool, dark place to preserve its beneficial compounds. Whole grains provide steady brain fuel. Oats, quinoa, brown rice, and whole wheat products provide steady glucose to fuel your brain and contain B vitamins essential for nerve function. Unlike refined grains, whole grains do not cause the blood sugar spikes that can damage brain vessels over time. How to incorporate? Nancy switched from instant oatmeal to old-fashioned oats, which she prepares in batches on Sunday evenings. I add cinnamon and a few berries, and it keeps me satisfied all morning, she says. Try substituting brown rice for white rice, choosing whole grain bread, or experimenting with quinoa as a side dish. Beans and legumes round out our brain-healthy foods. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans, and kidney beans are rich in folate, iron, magnesium, and potassium, all nutrients that support healthy blood flow to the brain. They also provide steady, slow-burning energy that keeps your brain functioning optimally throughout the day. How to add them? Start with canned versions, rinse to reduce sodium, and add to soup, salads, or as a side dish. Nancy makes a simple 3-bean salad on Sundays that lasts for several meals throughout the week. Remember, the key is consistency over perfection. Nancy did not transform her entire diet overnight. She made one small change each week, and within 3 months, she noticed feeling more mentally sharp and energetic than she had in years. What small change will you try first? comment below, and let our community cheer you on. Let me tell you the rest of Nancy's story because it beautifully illustrates the power of small, consistent changes. 6 months after that confusing morning in the cereal aisle, Nancy was helping her daughter plan a family reunion. As they sat at Nancy's kitchen table surrounded by old photo albums and family recipes, her daughter marveled at something. "Mom, your memory seems sharper than it has been in years. You are remembering stories I had forgotten, and you seem more present." Nancy paused, looked at the colorful salad she had prepared for lunch, mixed greens with walnuts, blueberries, and a drizzle of olive oil, and realized something profound had shifted. "I was not just feeding my body differently," she told me later. "I was honoring my future self, protecting the memories I have not even made yet." Your memories are the threads that weave together the story of your life. The grandchildren's laughter, the recipes passed down through generations, the quiet moments of joy that make life beautiful, these deserve to be protected and cherished. Here is your gentle challenge for this week. Choose just one brain-healthy food from today's list and add it to one meal each day. Maybe it is a handful of blueberries with breakfast, a serving of salmon for dinner twice this week, or a simple spinach salad with lunch. Keep a small notebook by your kitchen table and jot down not just what you ate, but how you felt afterward. Did you notice more sustained energy? Better focus during your afternoon activities? Small improvements in your mood? Nancy started with frozen blueberries in her morning oatmeal. "It was such a tiny change," she says, "but it made me feel like I was actively caring for my brain every single day." If you are ready to take proactive steps toward protecting your cognitive health, please subscribe to Senior Health Facts right now. Hit that notification bell so you will not miss our next video about simple lifestyle changes that support healthy aging. Your future self will thank you for starting today. Many people ask whether changing diet can really prevent Alzheimer's if it runs in their family. While genetics do play a role, they are not destiny. Even if you have genetic risk factors, research shows that lifestyle changes including diet can significantly delay onset and reduce severity. Think of genes as loading the gun, but lifestyle choices determine whether it fires. Many people with genetic predisposition never develop Alzheimer's, while others without genetic risks do. Your daily choices matter tremendously. Another common concern is whether 75 is too late to start eating for brain health. Absolutely not. Studies show that people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s who adopt healthier eating patterns still experience benefits. Your brain has remarkable plasticity and can form new connections throughout life. Nancy started her brain-healthy journey at 73 and noticed improvements within months. Every positive change you make today benefits your tomorrow. People often worry about fish concerns. What if I do not like fish or cannot afford to eat salmon twice a week? Canned salmon, sardines, and mackerel are much more affordable and just as nutritious as fresh fish. If you truly cannot tolerate fish, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds provide plant-based omega-3s. You can also ask your doctor about a high-quality fish oil supplement. The key is consistency with whatever option works for your budget and preferences. Many wonder how long before noticing improvements in memory or thinking. Most people report feeling more mentally energetic within 2 to 4 weeks of improving their diet. However, the real brain protective benefits develop over months and years. Think of it like exercise. You might feel stronger after a few weeks, but the most significant health benefits accumulate over time. Be patient and celebrate small improvements along the way. Finally, people ask about enjoying treats and social eating while protecting their brain. Absolutely. This is not about perfection or deprivation. Nancy still enjoys birthday cake at family gatherings and her weekly coffee date with friends. The 80-20 rule works well. Make brain-healthy choices about 80% of the time and do not stress about the other 20%. Social connections and joy are also crucial for brain health, so never sacrifice those for perfect eating. Let me share some practical daily guidance that Nancy follows successfully. Instead of processed sugar and refined carbohydrates that spike blood sugar and increase brain inflammation, she chooses berries and whole grains for stable energy and reduced inflammation. Rather than trans fats and excess saturated fats that clog brain blood vessels and reduce oxygen flow, she uses olive oil and avocados for better circulation and cleaner arteries. She replaced processed meats high in sodium and preservatives that damage brain cells with fatty fish and beans for omega-3s that protect neurons and provide steady protein. Instead of excess alcohol that kills brain cells and disrupts sleep, she enjoys herbal teas and sparkling water for better sleep and clearer thinking. Rather than ultra-processed foods with empty calories and harmful additives, she chooses whole, minimally processed foods for more nutrients and less inflammation. Nancy's simple daily brain health routine works beautifully for her. In the morning, she enjoys steel-cut oats with blueberries and chopped walnuts plus green tea. For lunch, she prepares a large salad with leafy greens, beans, and olive oil, dressing with a side of whole grain bread. In the evening, she has grilled salmon or other fatty fish, twice weekly steamed vegetables, and brown rice or quinoa. As a bonus, she enjoys a small handful of mixed nuts as an afternoon snack and stays hydrated with water throughout the day. Remember, start with just one change and build gradually. Nancy began with adding berries to her breakfast and built from there. Small, consistent steps create lasting transformation. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we have shared today is for educational purposes to help you make informed choices about your health and nutrition. The experiences I have shared, including Nancy's story, represent individual journeys that may not reflect your personal experience. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you are taking medications or managing chronic health conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or high blood pressure. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what is right for your specific situation. Some of the foods we discussed, particularly those high in omega-3s, vitamin K, or fiber, can interact with certain medications. Every person is unique, and what worked wonderfully for Nancy might need small adjustments for you. Your healthcare team is your best partner in this journey toward better brain health and overall wellness. The goal is not perfection, it is progress. Be gentle with yourself as you explore these changes, and remember that even small improvements can make a meaningful difference over time. Take care of yourself. Honor your body's wisdom, and I will see you in the next video where we will explore gentle exercises that support both physical strength and cognitive health as we age.